Hello everybody and welcome to Objects Unknown. I'm Terry McMahon and I'm so glad to be with you here today in this video. Got something just really great. We've got some pretty clear images of some saucer-shaped objects. Okay, I'm going to say it, flying saucers, over a span of about 15 years. And we're about to show them to you right now. I'm not going to take more, hopefully, than 60 seconds to set these up. First of all, if you don't know us, we are the Citizen Archive Research Project of Objects Unknown. We're a citizen research effort, and what we do is we research unknown objects and the possibility of an extraterrestrial presence in our solar system without all the nonsense, conspiracy theories, etc. We like to say we restrict our investigations only to space mission, image, and video archives from Ranger, Gemini, Apollo, Shuttle, Skylab, of course, ISS, Mars rovers, SOHO, and beyond. We have some amazing things coming out this year that's the result of a 7-year study, and this is one of them. Let's just get right to it. I want to show you some objects that I think haven't been seen before. We haven't seen them published before, and if I'm wrong, fine, we'll definitely retract a statement that they were published before, but we just haven't seen them. And where they come from is Gemini, and they come from the Skylab archives. And as you might know, what we say really here all the time is it makes sense they didn't see these things because, back in the early 60s, they had to blow frames up half the size of a room just to get any kind of deep zoom clarity, and it cost a lot of money to do. They didn't have ubiquitous zoom technology and all the browsers like we have today. So a lot of things have been noticed trailing a lot of these missions and coming in the vicinity of a lot of these missions. Let's get to it right now. The first one is from Gemini, and I'm going to bring it up here right for you right now. This is from Skylab. Corrected. We're going to start with Skylab. If you'll notice up here at top, you're going to see the URL. We'll publish the URL so you can go see for yourself, and pretty much a generic shot of Skylab. When you look a little deeper, you see some things that clearly may have been trailing Skylab. Let's go to it right now. It's in this area right here, and we're going to take you through a lot of different close-up images, so don't worry. Do you see this object right here? It'd be easy to dismiss it at first until you get a little bit closer, and you see a classic image of a saucer-shaped kind of craft or object. This one right here. Right here. I believe this truly may be some type of saucer-shaped craft that was trailing Skylab. They've been seen before in a lot of other pictures, and all we're saying is we haven't seen these particular ones published before, so we were excited to find them. But look at this. Okay. Let's go to, next up is going to be Gemini. We're going to go to Gemini and take a look at a saucer-type object literally right on Gemini for us. Okay, this is the URL up here. We'll republish it for you, no problem. This is a classic Gemini shot, and hopefully you can see what we're talking about here. It's not this little debris or this one. They could be in the photo for sure. But if you look out here, you may see it in this area initially. You see this? I'm going to pull back on it. And we'll see that once you this area here, you zoom in a little bit, you start to see it a little bit. Let's go to some close-ups. Okay, here we go. Another classic type of saucer, flat-shaped object trailing Gemini right here. It depixelates a little bit, but if you get it in the right perspective, you can actually see a bit of a reflection, just like you could on the other one right here off of Skylab. You can see the reflection and you can see the body of it clearly. Going back up to here, look at what we've got, and these have been seen before. Now we're going to add two more that we came across that we got very excited about, in addition to these two saucer type objects that we found in Skylab and subsequently in Gemini. And if I've got the right one up here, I'm going to bring it up for you right now. Talk about two objects. Now I've got to give StreetCap1. He's a researcher, well known on YouTube and all over the internet, does largely great work. He actually published this, but I wanted to show it in context of what we're looking at here. This is on To the Moon website, which is a great archive website, has most of the Hasselblad footage from so many of the missions. And look at this. I believe this is Gemini right here. Two objects just photographed trailing the mission. And look how clear these are. These beautiful objects have shown up also on above the lunar surface and in orbit with Apollo, and we'll get to that later. I've got a great production coming up on that, but I want to give you some clarity on this. Let's see if I can find where I housed it. Yes, let's get close up on this. Look at these two objects. I want to start with this one. You can get right up on it here and get some clarity. Obviously, you can see the dimensions of it. Obviously, you can see it's an object. This is not any kind of space debris floating, because you have to remember this is Gemini in the 1960s. There wasn't the voluminous amount of debris that we have today, which is what makes this picture kind of special and shocking and revealing. Go up here to this object. This kind of research is intensely interesting, and we only look at mission space image and video archives because at least we can know, pretty much confirm, photo, image, video authenticity, and that's where it all begins. We hope you enjoy this. We've got a whole bunch more coming out real soon. So I'm Terry McMahon, and I'm from Objects Unknown. Thanks for hanging out with us.